This is the knowledge base of this mock call. This mock call has explanations in between. If you prefer the pure, uninterrupted version of this, click the link at the top right corner of this video. Ready, 1, 2, 3, ring. Hi, thank you for calling Kwestyon. This is Candice. How may I help you?
Candice, what the actual is going on with your company? Are you guys going bankrupt or something?
As far as I know, the company is stable and doing great. May I know your concern? Before we hear the customer's concern, let us first rewind her first words and then ask yourself what you can say about the customer.
Candice, what the actual is going on with your company? Are you guys going bankrupt or something?
Yes, that's right. She is an irate customer and she has the potential to become verbally abusive. As you heard, she was cursing. So in this case, as the agent, what should you do? Should you warn her not to do it? Should you call her out for her cursing? You have 5 seconds to answer that question. So the answer is no. You should not call out the customer for cursing just yet. And that's because this is the early stage of the call. The early stage of the call is the best time for you to let the customer pour her negative emotions, make her feel that she's being listened to, so that later on in the call, she will be able to listen to reason. That's the only way that you could get your customer to listen to you. By the way, cursing is not the same as being sexist, homophobic, racist. I'm sure 99% of us curse when we're angry, so this is something that we can let go for now, at least. Let's proceed.
Are you guys going bankrupt or something?
As far as I know, the company is stable and doing great. May I know your concern?
Oh, let me see. First of all, you gave me a used voucher. Like, how could that even happen? Second, nobody's answering my email. Someone from your company promised to send me a voucher within 24 hours. It's been 4 days. The sale has ended, and I still have no voucher. Why? I seriously want to know why, because it is such a mystery to me as to how a company could be this messed up. What in the actual is going on? I need to know that somebody's going to get fired for this, or I'm out. I am done doing business with your company.
I'm so sorry for any inconvenience we've caused you. Normally, anyone from our company should be able to replace vouchers within 24 hours.
Then why do I have to beg for it? Why do I have to email you multiple times for a measly $10 discount? It's humiliating.
I understand
Do
that's
you? Do you really? You keep on saying you understand, but for all I know, you're just reading off a script.
I'm honestly just as confused as you are right now. Like I said, voucher issues should be something that we can resolve easily. If you can give me your email address and full name, I will review the notes from the previous agent and I will find the answer for you as soon as possible. As you heard, Candice did not only empathize and apologized to the customer, she also hastened to ask for the information needed in order to pull up the customer's account, which were the email address and the full name. While it is important to empathize with the customer, you also need to get the conversation moving. Try not to linger on the empathy and apology part and get the conversation moving by asking the question as soon as possible. If you can give me your email address and full name, I will review the notes from the previous agent and I will find the answer for you as soon as possible.
Email address, impossiblecustomer@gmail.com. Name is Tabitha Ratched. Tabitha Ratched.
Thank you, Tabitha.
So annoying. This is the first time that I have to deal with a service as shitty as this.
So as you heard, Tabitha, the customer, is still not finished. And this is normal. The good thing is Candice has already obtained the necessary information to pull up her account. So now Candice has 2 tasks. First is the emotional part, and that is to empathize with the Tabitha every time she hurls an insult, every time she complains. And the logical part, which is to check the customer's account and see what exactly happened with her previous contacts. Let's proceed.
So annoying. This is the first time that I have to deal with a service as shitty as this.
Yes, this must be frustrating for you, especially that the sale has already ended.
You said it. You better have a solution for me today, or else I'm out. I'll quit doing business with your company.
Yes, and I'm going to do my best to help you today, Tabitha. I have your account pulled up now.
Okay, what do you see?
So, according to your email history here, you sent us an email on the 3rd asking for help about the voucher discount 10 that showed an error message. This code has already been used. And Claire, the previous agent, assured you that she would send a replacement within 24 hours.
That's right. That's right. Since then, I emailed 3 more times and haven't gotten any news from her. Crickets.
Yes, I see here that as well. This was truly not the service that we want you to experience. So, what I will do now
Well, it better
is
not
to.
be. I swear. Something must be done about this.
Exactly. So, what I will do now is to further check why the code wasn't working and what I can do to resolve this for you. Can I put you on hold for 2 minutes so I can get back to you with an answer?
Fine. Go ahead.
Thank you. So now we are going to check the customer's account. We have seen the email exchange between Tabitha and the previous agent Claire. Now we are going to check her order history. So based on this info, Tabitha placed an order for a juicer on April 2nd, a day after she received the voucher, and instead of paying $49.99, she ended up paying $39.99 because she used the discount 10 voucher, which is the voucher that she claimed wasn't working. Now, what does this mean for Tabitha? This means that her voucher wasn't working on April 3rd because she already took advantage of it on April 2nd, meaning she's not eligible for a replacement voucher because, according to the knowledge base, vouchers can only be used one time. Now, this is exactly what Candace is going to tell Tabitha. Let's hear it. Thanks for reading, Tabitha. So here's what I found. The reason why the voucher didn't work was because you have already used it on your April 2nd order for a koi juicer. So you tried using
Wait,
this
what?
on.
Hold on. What are you talking about? I don't have any chance to use that code at all. I paid the full price of that juicer with my own money.
If you check the order confirmation for the juicer you ordered on the 2nd, you were supposed to pay $49.99, but since the discount 10 voucher was applied to it, you ended up paying only $39.99.
So let me get this straight. You're saying that I cannot reuse that voucher?
No, all our vouchers can only be used one time.
What about the promise that Claire made me? She told me, as you can see from her email, that she's going to send me a replacement voucher because the first one didn't work.
The voucher did work, Tabitha. Unfortunately, Claire made a mistake. She was under the impression that the voucher has not been used at all, but was still displaying that error message. But according to your order history here, it has already been used. In this case, we cannot issue a replacement voucher.
Well, screw that. Mistake or not, it still doesn't change the fact that Claire promised me a voucher, and I expect that promise to be kept. I have a copy of her email. You have a copy of her email. She clearly said that she's going to give me another voucher. I can read, you know. What are you going to do about it as a company? Are you going to honor it? Are you going to compromise your integrity for a $10 voucher, seeing that it was you who made a mistake, not me?
If the code wasn't used, then we'd be able to issue a replacement. But since you have used it and the discount was applied, we just can't.
No. I was promised a voucher. I will get a voucher. As simple as that. The inconvenience I experienced, Candice. Are you going to forget about that? Are you going to say, oh, our bad, we're so sorry, and then not do anything about it? No. I have every right to claim that voucher. If Claire only told me immediately that I've already used that code, then I would have been able to buy from the flash sale on time. Now it's too late. See my point here, Candice? This is no longer about whether or not the code was valid. This is about you compensating me for the inconvenience. How could you be so stupid, Candice?
Now, this is where the customer went a little too far and personally attacked Candice. Now, remember that personal attack constitutes a verbal abuse. So, this is now the time for Candice to call her out for that and give her warning.
This is about you compensating me for the inconvenience. How could you be so stupid, Candice?
Hold on, Tabitha. I understand this is frustrating for you and I will do my best to help you with this, but I cannot do my job if you attack me personally. Now, would you be willing to stop calling me names so that I can help you? Or would you prefer to have a few moments of your own and we'll talk later?
Attacking you personally? I'm not attacking you personally, Candice. I'm upset about the situation. I want your company to prove to me that this is not the service you want me to experience, as what you've said earlier. Make it up to me. Give me an exception. After all, you're the one who screwed up. I'm not attacking you personally. I just want my $10 discount.
Absolutely understandable. So, what I will do now is to consult my supervisor about this and see what we can do for you. Now, can I put you on hold for 2 minutes? Notice that even if the customer denied that it was a personal attack, Candice did not argue. She could have said, "No, Tabitha, you just called me stupid," and blah, blah, blah. No, Candice didn't say that for two reasons. First, she did not want to add fuel to the fire. If she had said that, she would have antagonized Tabitha even more, and instead of them talking about the voucher, they would be talking about who insulted who. Second, Tabitha's reply no longer showed any sign of verbal abuse.
Attacking you personally? I'm not attacking you personally, Candice. I'm upset about the situation. I want your company to prove to me that this is not the service you want me to experience, as what you've said earlier. Make it up to me. Give me an exception. After all, you're the one who screwed up. I'm not attacking you personally. I just want my $10 discount.
She did not apologize. Fine. She also denied that it was a personal attack, but there was no cursing and any personal attack anymore. So this is a sign for Candice to just move on and go back to the subject at hand, and that is how to resolve Tabitha's issue. Absolutely understandable. So what I will do now is to consult my supervisor about this and see what we can do for you. Now, can I put you on hold for 2 minutes?
You go right ahead. I'll be waiting.
Thank you. Now, Candice is putting Tabitha on hold because she is going to ask for her team lead's approval to issue the voucher. According to the knowledge base, the company may offer a voucher if a customer experiences an inconvenience. And yes, Tabitha experienced an inconvenience here because of the mess that the previous agent Claire made. Not only did Claire not reply to Tabitha's email for 4 days, she also promised her a voucher even if Tabitha isn't really eligible for it. So let's say that Candice is walking on the floor and approaching her TL to ask for that approval. Unfortunately, her team lead discovered something questionable in Tabitha's account, and that is the fact that Tabitha has called 9 times in the past for this similar case where she claims that she hasn't used her vouchers when in fact she did use those vouchers, and then later on asking for another voucher for the inconvenience. Because of this, Candice's supervisor is saying no. Now let's hear how Candice delivers the news. Thanks for waiting, Tabitha.
So what do you have for me?
My supervisor has checked your previous cases and decided that we cannot give you another voucher. And that's because
Are you kidding me?
We have checked your previous cases and we have seen 9 similar cases as this one. And each time we have given you an extra voucher, even if you have already used each of them. For this reason, we cannot give you another voucher today.
If you think that I'm gonna let you get away with this, you're wrong. I'm gonna sue your company, and you are gonna regret working there. I'm gonna make sure that you are fired. Yes, you, Candice. You are going to lose your job. And hell shall freeze before I order from your company again.
Unfortunately, Tabitha, this decision is already final.
Tell me, Candace, are your mother and father cousins? What part of it don't you understand? This is no longer about the code. This is about your company causing me a great inconvenience for not warning me that the voucher has been used. As I said, I need compensation for that.
And we would have gladly given you another voucher. But we have seen from your records here that this has been a pattern with you. You call and claim that your vouchers aren't working, even if you have successfully used them with your orders. And all 9 previous agents gave you a replacement each time, and this has been happening for 9 times now. We cannot give you another one today. So, as you heard, Candice just repeated what she said previously. She just paraphrased. There really is nothing more to say here. This is the point of the call where you just really need to be firm and to hammer the finality of the verdict to the customer's head.
You know what? You, you, you. How stupid could you get? I have been repeating myself many times, and you still don't get it.
Tabitha, please be warned we cannot tolerate this type of language. If you keep using profanities and keep attacking me personally, I will have to disconnect this call. I believe I have explained everything you need to know. When a customer experiences an inconvenience, we are more than happy to issue a voucher. But as we have seen with your 9 previous cases, we have a reason. We have a good reason to refuse your request.
You. I am going to report you to BBB. You, especially you, Candace, as the agent, and your incompetent scammer company. Tell your CEO that your company will never see the light of day ever again.
Tabitha, I'm afraid you
all.
left me no choice but to disconnect this call. If you have any more questions, feel free to call us again. I'm now going to end this call. Thank you for calling Kwestyon. Bye. Goodness. Bye-bye. Oh, help me, Lord. And that's it. Upon finding out that Tabitha is never getting that voucher, became fully unhinged. What used to be a manageably irate customer became more and more verbally abusive. And of course, Candice first called her out for that. And when that didn't work, as you heard, Candice rightfully disconnected the call. So if you want the script of that warning message that Candice said in this call, I'm going to link it up at the top right corner of this video. Now notice that there were 2 holds in this call, and that is because this was not exactly a simple issue. This was a complicated one. It was true that Tabitha already used the voucher on her order, but it was also true that the previous agent messed up, to put it lightly. It was something that Candice was not sure whether or not she has to issue a voucher. But when Tabitha insisted, then she later on asked the supervisor for the approval, which the supervisor didn't give. Another point that I want to make is this was obviously the mistake of the previous agent, Claire. If she only checked the status of the code, the order history of Tabitha, she would have found out quite easily that the code was used by Tabitha and there was no longer a need to promise her a voucher. And Candice wouldn't have to experience this ordeal with Tabitha. Basically, Candice was cleaning up the mess that Claire made. And unfortunately, this is usually the case of super irate customers. If your customer is super irate, chances are the previous agents have made a mistake and you have to fix it for the customer. All right, that is all for today. As you notice, there was no call flow in this video, but if you need more information about the call flow, check out my previous video of mock calls, specifically my mock call playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.